Do you love him? The question landed softly, but it cut deep. I didn't look up from my glass. I'm married to him. That's not an answer, my friend whispered. Across the room, my husband stood with his back to me, black suit, black gloves, no expression. Men twice his size nodded while he spoke. Nobody interrupted him. Nobody ever did. He doesn't even look at you, she said. How long has it been now? 18 months. Her eyes widened. And nothing? Nothing. No kiss? No. No. I said nothing. She leaned closer. Then why are you still here? I finally looked up. Because leaving a Korean mafia kingpin isn't the same as breaking up with a boyfriend. The car ride home was silent. As always. I broke it. You spoke to Chairman Park longer than usual tonight. He didn't turn. He's paranoid. He kept looking at me. A pause. Did he say something? No, I replied. But he noticed I exist. His jaw tightened. That's a problem. I laughed once. Bitter. So now I'm a problem. You've always been one. I faced him fully. Then why did you marry me? The car slowed. Answer me, I said. Was I blackmail? A favor? A punishment? His eyes flicked to mine, cold, calculating. You were protection. For who? For you. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't need to. I swallowed. Then why won't you touch me? The car stopped. He didn't answer. Instead, he said, from tonight onward, you don't leave the house without guards. I scoffed. I already don't. Double the detail. Why? Because men are starting to forget who you belong to. I laughed again. They don't know I belong to anyone. He turned fully now. His voice dropped. They will. The next morning, a woman I'd never seen entered my room. You're late, I said. She bowed slightly. I'm your new security lead. I already have. You had 4, she corrected. 2 are dead. 1 is missing. My heart skipped. What? They were sloppy. Dead how? She hesitated. I stood. Dead how? Execution style. I felt cold. Why am I just hearing this? Because your husband ordered silence. Why? Because panic makes people careless. I whispered, am I the target? She met my eyes. You're the message. That night, he came to my door. Not inside. Just stood there. Say it, I said. Say what? That you'll finally explain. A beat. You were married to me because 3 syndicates wanted you dead. I froze. Why? You saw something you shouldn't have. When? Before you met me. That's impossible. He stepped closer, but still didn't touch me. You were a witness. You didn't know it. To what? To a financial massacre. I shook my head. I don't remember. You were drugged, he said. You signed a document. My chest tightened. What document? Our marriage contract. Silence. So you married me to keep me alive? Yes. And ignored me for 18 months? Yes. Why? Because loving you would have gotten you killed. I laughed softly. You think this is living? His eyes darkened. This is survival. The gala was a mistake. He told me not to attend. I went anyway. A man approached me by the balcony. You look misplaced, he said gently. I feel that way too. He smiled. Blink twice if you're being held hostage. I smiled back. I'm married. That's not an answer. Neither was his stare. Then. A shadow fell over us. She's done talking. My husband. The man stiffened. I didn't realize. You didn't ask. I was just. Leave. The man hesitated. That was his mistake. The room went silent. My husband leaned closer, voice calm, lethal. If you look at my wife again, they'll never find your hands. The man left. I turned to my husband. You never call me that. His eyes burned into mine. Tonight, I do. In the car, I asked quietly. Why now? He didn't answer. Why did that bother you? Still silence. Do you even want me? He grabbed my wrist, not hard, but firm. Don't ask questions you're not ready for answers to. My breath hitched. Then tell me one thing. What? Am I safe? He looked straight ahead. No. That night, gunfire shattered the mansion. Alarms screamed. My door burst open. He dragged me behind him, gun raised. They're inside, someone yelled. I whispered, who? He pulled me close, finally, completely. The men I married you to protect you from. If you want to know who betrayed them, who wants her dead, and what happens when the Mafia King finally stops holding back. Subscribe, like, and comment on Afro-Korean tales. Stay behind me. I am behind you. Closer. Gunfire cracked again. Glass shattered down the hallway. I grabbed his jacket. You said I was protected. I said you were alive, he snapped. Move. We turned a corner. 2 guards were already down. Blood everywhere. I whispered, are they dead? He checked pulses without slowing. Yes. You didn't even blink. They did. Another shot. He fired back, twice. Clean. No hesitation. We reached the safe room. Inside, he ordered. I didn't move. You're bleeding. It's not mine. That doesn't answer. He shoved me in and slammed the door. Steel walls. No windows. 1 table. 2 chairs. He keyed the lock. They'll need 12 minutes to breach this. And after that? They won't. Because? They'll be dead. I folded my arms to stop shaking. You said the men you married me to protect me from. Yes. So this is about me. It always was. I swallowed. Then stop lying to me. Silence. I pressed. Who wants me dead? He exhaled slowly. 3 factions. Names. Tokyo Black Lotus. Vladivostok Syndicate. Anne. He stopped. And? My uncle. The word hit harder than the gunfire. Your family? He built half this empire. And you? I took it from him. My voice dropped. So marrying me was a move. Yes. Using me as bait? No. Then what? He met my eyes. Insurance. For who? For me. An explosion rocked the room. Dust fell from the ceiling. I shouted, 12 minutes? He checked his watch. 10 now. You're calm. I'm calculating. People are dying out there. Yes. You don't care? He stepped closer. I care about one thing. Power. You. I laughed, sharp, disbelieving. You don't even touch me. Because touching you would have changed how I fight. And now? Another explosion. His voice lowered. Now they crossed a line. Put this on, he said, tossing me a vest. I don't know how to. I know. He stepped behind me. His hands tightened the straps. My breath caught. This is the first time you've. Don't make it mean more than it is. It already does. He didn't answer. The door opened. Bodies. Smoke. Shouting in Korean and Russian. Head down, he ordered. I obeyed. Someone lunged. He shot first. Blood sprayed the wall. I screamed. Keep moving. We ran. We reached the garage. A car screeched in. His lieutenant shouted, "Sir, traitor confirmed." Who? My husband demanded. Your wife's former employer. I froze. My what? He turned sharply. You worked for JH Logistics. Yes. That company launders weapons money. I was a translator. They marked you. I didn't know. They don't care. He grabbed my face, harder than before. Listen to me, he said. Everything from now on is war. Bullets hit the car. He shoved me inside. Another man reached for me through the window. My husband shot him point blank. Blood splashed my dress. I gagged. He leaned in suddenly, pressed his mouth to mine. Rough. Brief. Claiming. Not tender. When he pulled back, his voice was low. Now they know. Can know what? That you're mine. The safe house was underground. Cold. Empty. He handed me clean clothes. Change. I did. When I came out, he was washing blood off his hands. I said quietly. Was that your first kiss? He didn't look up. Yes. I laughed weakly. Figures. You should sleep. I can't. Try. I stepped closer. Do you regret marrying me? He paused. No. Do you regret ignoring me? Yes. I whispered. Then don't anymore. He finally looked at me. You don't understand what asking that costs. I'm already paying. A phone rang. He answered. Yes. Pause. No. Longer pause. His face hardened. Touch her and I burn your bloodline. He ended the call. I asked, who was that? My uncle. And? He has you on a clock. My chest tightened. How long? 3 days. Until what? Until he tries again. I swallowed. And you? I'll end it before then. He reached for me, slow this time. From now on, he said, you don't leave my sight. I whispered, as a wife? He leaned close. As a weapon. If you're ready for betrayals, blood oaths, and a marriage that turns lethal. Subscribe, like, and comment on Afro-Korean tales. Again. I missed the target. The bullet clipped the edge and sparked. He didn't raise his voice. You hesitate. I don't, I said. You do, he replied calmly. You think before you shoot. That's bad. In my world? Fatal. I lowered the gun. I'm not you. No, he said. You're worse. I turned. Excuse me? You still have mercy. I call that human. I call it exploitable. He stepped behind me, close enough that I could feel his breath. Lift your elbow. I did. Relax your wrist. His hand closed over mine. Firm. Correcting. Not intimate, yet my pulse betrayed me. Now shoot. I fired. Dead center. I exhaled. He didn't move away immediately. That's how they'll test you, he said quietly. They'll provoke mercy. They'll use children, women, old men. I swallowed. And you? I remove the threat. At any cost? Yes. I turned slowly. Even me? He met my eyes. No. That was new. That night, I noticed it first. He didn't leave. He stood at the far end of the room, jacket off, gun on the table. You're not sleeping? I asked. I am. On the floor? Yes. I crossed my arms. You don't trust me? I don't trust silence. You trust guns more than people. Yes. I hesitated. Do you trust me? He answered instantly. No. I laughed. Then why am I still alive? He looked at me for a long moment. Because you learn fast. The message came at dawn. His lieutenant burst in. Sir, Tokyo Black Lotus just moved. Where? Here. Gunfire followed immediately. I reached for the weapon he'd given me. Stay behind. No, I said. You trained me. A man appeared at the doorway. I shot him. He dropped. I stared at the body. My husband didn't look at the corpse. He looked at me. Any hesitation? No. Good. Another explosion. The walls shook. Then. Sir, someone yelled. We've got a leak. Who? The answer came from behind us. Me. I froze. It was the woman who'd guarded me since day one. I'm sorry, she said. I chose the winning side. My husband didn't raise his gun. You chose poorly. She smiled. You married poorly. She looked at me. You're not worth this blood. I answered by shooting her. She fell. Silence. My hand shook. My husband stepped closer. You crossed a line, he said softly. I know. Do you regret it? No. Good, he said. Neither will they. Later, in the underground corridor, I finally spoke. I killed someone. Yes. It didn't feel like I thought it would. How did it feel? Necessary. He nodded once. That's how it starts. I stopped walking. You don't sound proud. I'm not. Then why do this to me? Because if I don't, someone else will. I looked at him. You're turning me into you. He stopped too. No, he said. I'm turning you into someone who survives me. That night, the power went out. Emergency lights flickered. I said quietly. Are you afraid? No. I stepped closer. You lie badly. He looked down at me. For the first time, he said, I don't know how to keep you safe. I didn't think. I kissed him. Not rough. Not claiming. Brief. Honest. He froze. Then he kissed me back, harder this time. When he pulled away, his voice was tight. Don't do that again. Why? Because if I want you. What? I stopped thinking. I whispered. Maybe that's not a weakness. He leaned his forehead against mine. In my world, it is. The call came minutes later. His uncle. On speaker. You've grown attached, the man said pleasantly. I've grown impatient. Send her to me. No. Then I'll send you her body. I spoke before thinking. I'll come. Silence. My husband turned sharply. No. His uncle laughed. She's braver than you. I met my husband's eyes. This ends it. It ends you. I'm already in it. He closed his eyes once. When he opened them, something had changed. Pack, he said. We go together. As the helicopter lifted, I asked quietly. If we survive, what happens to us? He didn't hesitate this time. If we survive, he said. I stop pretending you're not my weakness. Below us, the city burned. If you're ready for bloodlines to fall, love to be tested, and a wife who becomes the most dangerous piece on the board. Subscribe, like, and comment on Afro-Korean tales. The helicopter hadn't landed before the shooting started. Down, he shouted. I hit the floor as bullets tore through the cabin. Your uncle doesn't waste time, I said. He never did. The pilot screamed. We're losing altitude. Hold it steady, my husband snapped. 30 seconds. I looked at him. You always sound so calm. That's because panic is contagious. And fear? That too. The helicopter slammed down hard. We ran. The compound was old. Traditional. Built like a fortress. Your uncle likes symbolism, I whispered. He likes control. Men surrounded us. No one fired. A voice echoed from the shadows. You finally brought her. An older man stepped forward, silver hair, relaxed smile, eyes sharp as knives. You disappoint me, he said to my husband. You brought your weakness into my house. My husband replied evenly. You invited her. His uncle smiled at me. You don't look impressive. I met his gaze. You don't look immortal. He laughed. I like her. I don't, my husband said. They sat us opposite him. Let's be reasonable, his uncle said. Give me the girl. I spare your men. She's not a bargaining chip, my husband said. His uncle tilted his head. Everyone is. I spoke. You said I saw something. 18 months ago. Yes. What was it? A ledger, the uncle said. Names. Accounts. Routes. I frowned. I don't remember. You will, he said. And when you do, you'll destroy him. He pointed at my husband. That's why he kept you ignorant. My husband didn't deny it. I turned slowly. Is that true? He met my eyes. Yes. The room went still. So I wasn't just protection, I said quietly. I was a lock. You were the key, he corrected. I stood. The guards raised their guns. Sit, his uncle warned. No, I said. I'm done being moved like a piece on your board. I looked at my husband. You trained me to survive. Yes. You taught me to shoot. Yes. You said mercy is exploitable. Yes. Then watch. I pulled the gun. Shot the chandelier. Darkness. Screams. Gunfire erupted. Left, he shouted. I fired. Behind you. He spun, shot. Move. We moved like we'd rehearsed it, because we had. We reached the inner hall. Blood everywhere. Breathing hard, I said. You still think I'm a weakness? He reloaded. I think you're terrifying. Good. His uncle waited alone. You chose him, the old man said. I chose myself. You'll regret it. No, I said. You will. He raised his gun. My husband shot first. The old man fell. Silence. I stared at the body. That's it? I asked. Yes. All of it? For him, my husband said. Yes. Dawn broke outside. I sat on the steps. My husband joined me. You could have left, he said. At any point. I didn't. Why? I looked at him. Because somewhere between bullets and lies, you stopped protecting me from the world and started standing with me. He nodded once. I don't know how to be married, he said. I don't need perfect, I replied. I need present. He took my hand. No rush. No violence. Just choice. A phone buzzed. He checked it. The syndicates are already fighting over the vacuum, he said. And us? He looked at me. We disappear. I smiled faintly. Together? Yes. I leaned in. This time, when he kissed me, it wasn't a weapon. It was a promise. They will call him a mafia king who vanished. They will call me the wife who survived. They will never know. We ended a war by refusing to stay silent. If you loved this dark Afro-Korean romance filled with blood, loyalty, and dangerous love, subscribe, like, and comment on Afro-KT Tales. More stories. More danger. No mercy. Fire.